Hello everybody, it's the Historical Gamer once again, and today we're returning to a old classic game that I live streamed on my Twitch channel just a couple of days ago called Waterloo, Napoleon's Last Battle. It was developed by Breakaway Games. I think it was published by Strategy First. The game came out in the early 2000s and is, in my opinion, one of the top 2 or 3 Napoleonic games of all time. I played it a ton in my childhood, and I was able to get my copy working on my PC, so I felt like streaming it a few days ago on my Twitch channel. With that being said, I'm sharing the second part of this stream with you. In the first part, we started the attack on the left at the Hougoumont. We reinforced it a little bit more heavily than historically was the case, and we swung out a little bit further to the left in an effort to flank and drive the British up that is it the Namur Road or whatever that main paved road is. And that's kind of the situation. The first episode was about half getting situated and getting ready, and then half just starting the attack. So we'll pick things up right now. We are closing in on the Hougoumont. I think we've taken the first of the forts there. So there's 4 different fortified farmhouses. We've taken one of them, I believe. And without further ado, let's jump back into the game. All right, these troops on the right flank, meanwhile, it looks like they've regained a lot of their morale, so we're going to move them over this way. Column. You know, the enemy doesn't really have anything in the way of additional troops at the moment in the Hougoumont. We've got a couple battalions firing on the center battalion here, which is morale is pretty low. Oh shit! Large British formations coming down here. So I'm going to move my cavalry forward, try and get these guys to form into square, and then engage them with muskets. Although most of my troops are pretty exhausted and fought out to a certain extent on the left. You can see these guys' morale is not good. Maybe if I get my general in close. Nope, they're about to rout. Alright, these men are taking some fire from the enemy there. I don't know how to push into these additional forts. It looks like he's already given the order for some other troops to come down and man this fort. What battalion is this? The 1st Battalion? Get in the damn fort. Right, if you're gonna let me charge you. No, don't charge those guys. Oh my god, they're bringing the whole fucking kitchen sink down this way. No, don't charge them. You're being stupid. Don't charge the square. Well, that cavalry is routed. Got anything to form enemy infantry into square, that'd be great. Alright, charge the 2nd line battalion. Should allow all these guys to form up into square, which should give us a big advantage in this fight. I couldn't see if they actually formed into square or not. Massive. They're not even forming square. What are they doing? Oh, shit. Did they make it? Alright, so it looks like they broke that enemy regiment. I need more men. Alright, Raleigh. You head down here and you rally your men. Bring your other cavalry up here. I'm surprised the enemy hasn't committed any cavalry yet. Seems like they're mostly just relying on massed infantry fire, which is doing a good job so far. God damn it. This might also be defensive terrain, which could be why our cavalry is struggling so much, not having the enemy in square formation. They're really overwhelming us on the flank. Did we get more of those troops up? We did. Let's bring these troops forward. Well, this is where the battle's gonna be fought, I guess. Oh, wait. Big deal. Get in there. Alright, the Hougoumont almost empty. There's one battalion left there. But this whole thing on the left is turning into an absolute nightmare. Alright, we've got another brigade coming up. Let's form these guys up in double line. Cavalry is very strong. The Battle of the Hougoumont now, yeah. Meanwhile, I do have some artillery, hopefully firing into these guys' flank. I also have other artillery back here, which doesn't seem to be doing much, so let's bring these guys forward. Let's also bring this cavalry forward here. Alright, so we've routed some enemy units. I heard some, you know, Vive l'Empereur or whatever it was. Meanwhile, we've got two battalions here in the Hougoumont slugging it out amongst each other. Actually, these guys are firing at them too. So we're bringing up another brigade in double line to stem. It seems like he's throwing an entire division at me. I don't even know where Jerome is. His division is basically... Well, they're not gone. They've still got a lot of men. Over 6,000 men. Alright, let's try and form these troops up. See if we can get this battalion here just form into square. It's a big battalion of infantry. 2nd Battalion, 2nd Foot Guards. Maybe we can hit them in the flank. Oh, they're not forming square! Well, they just routed. They did break the enemy line, but they routed the wrong way. That's a big and very good British battalion. This is a lot of redcoats that are getting drawn into this fight on the flank. Usually you can force the enemy into square and then you can break him with infantry. But these guys don't seem to want to form square today. And I don't know if it's the terrain. I mean, I guess I am charging. In some cases, this says defensive hedge. But I should be through the hedge in a sec. Now, I did lose some of my cohesion charging through that. Now we're into fortified sunken roads, so I guess I'm not reading the terrain right. Now, they got driven back, but they didn't get routed. Meanwhile, the enemy did get driven back as well, by the looks of it. So a double retreat. Meanwhile, Relly's back here trying to rally elements of his corps. I'm bringing up more artillery here to try and help on the flank. The enemy's bringing up some artillery as well. Large numbers of enemy cavalry coming down this way now. So I probably should get my own horsemen up. Alright, we're going to bring the Imperial Guard Heavy Cavalry Division. Well, I didn't even mean to bring these guys up, but I guess I couldn't use them worse than Ney used them historically. Why aren't you shooting at these guys? You've got to have line of sight. Let's bring this infantry forward here. A large amount of British cavalry coming. Wellington is committing a huge number of troops to this flank. Our artillery just routed that battalion. I think his entire... Oh my god, this guy's down to 98 men. General Napoleon, I have no cavalry. Bring the 2nd Cuirassiers up. Alright, so this artillery is going to fire into the enemy flank. It should be good firing right down the line here of this formation of enemy troops. Soy's brigade is gone. He still has 3,000 men, though. He might be able to rally and fight later. I'm trying to get some of the... float some out of the way. Here come the enemy cavalry. Where's the cavalry I ordered up? My cavalry's on the way. I don't know if they're going to get there in time. I think these are British heavy cavalry for what it's worth. It looks like most of that British infantry has actually been routed. Meanwhile, we can take the Hougoumont now. Let's move these men over here. It looks like the Hougoumont is ours. The French have captured the Hougoumont. Napoleon would be proud. Meanwhile, all of this artillery here firing directly into their flank. Some of these guys are taking a little bit of damage, but that's got to be a killing field for them. They're taking some fire. Some of the units are. British cavalry is coming in here and charging. Hopefully they form square in time. Wait for it. Oh, they're not charging my infantry. They're charging my artillery. Shit. That battery's gone. They're light dragoons, apparently. Where are you going? Oh, you're going the wrong way, aren't you? All right, so our cavalry did, or our artillery routed them. Meanwhile, our light cavalry is engaging the 13th British light dragoons. All right, form back into line. We just dealt with... Oh, shit. 2 more enemy cavalry units coming up here. Form square, you idiots! Nice. So our troops formed square, and they keep switching their attack to different units. I don't think I got those guys into square soon enough. Maybe I did. My cavalry can't charge. They're too tired, apparently. Yes! Drove them back. All right, they did form square in time. They drove the enemy back, I think. And we routed them. Good for you, boys. All right, form back in the line. They're getting killed by artillery. All right, so we're getting a lot of units that are rallying at the moment. Our artillery battery here on the left is playing havoc on the British. We've taken the Hougoumont. Let's move these troops here. These troops here. I'm gonna move this battalion forward. Oh shit! Where's that cavalry going? Up over our flank. Move some of this infantry forward here to support our guns. Where are they going? All right, meanwhile, I don't see any other... Let's go ahead and pause and zoom out here for a second. Uli, it's old. It looks like this, and it's old. So it's 20 years old. I know it's not the prettiest game I've ever played, but it is actually quite a lot of fun. All right, so you can see here the British have deployed a shit ton of troops here on the left. It's just a killing field. You can see all the dead bodies as you zoom in here. All those dead horses. Rouse52, thanks for the follow. Quite a lot of casualties here. Why are these guys going this way? Where are you going? All right, move forward to the Hougoumont like that. You can probably move forward here to try and give your men some inspiration. Meanwhile, we've got a bunch of new, not new, but we've got several regiments here that are forming up after rallying. So I'm going to shift them over left here because we need more troops that are over by the Hougoumont. Meanwhile, you can see several of our units have rallied Well, those guys are routed, actually. Apparently. I'm not sure why. It says they're rallied. All right, let's go give our artillery some cover with some of this infantry. All right, so what else is going on here? The British seem to keep deploying more and more of their troops left, although they still got a large number of troops here in the center and also on the right. Not sure where that cavalry is going. I don't see anything threatening our troops here. We have delaying forces set up, a brigade of infantry and some cavalry to delay the Prussians as they come up. We've also taken this fortification down here. So far, I'm okay pressing the Hougoumont on the left, and I think it helped because we went wide of the Hougoumont. Be interesting to see if we pushed way left. Yes, I do know that I have 4 other corps. This is intended as an attack, an echelon attack, or at least that was the idea, was to take the Hougoumont, which we have now done, and then we were gonna launch a frontal attack, kind of like d'Aileron's, or however you pronounce his name, historical attack. We'd probably come in this way toward Mont Saint-Jean. But it's a lot to try and coordinate all at once because I can't really effectively give it to the AI. Also, I have pulled 2 full divisions out of line, swinging them wide left, so there is a bit of a gap in my line. I think what we'll do now is it Baron Jean? Where's Lobu? 6th Army Corps Commander Lobu. He's got troops all the way over here. I don't want to use the 6th Corps. Where is... Napoleon's here. Am I missing troops? Where's the... Oh, he's over here? Was his attack further left? I thought his was on the or further right? I thought his was on the left. Hey, old dad, new games. How you doing? Well, thanks for showing up. No need to stalk, though. All right, let's do this. Let's take elements of the 6th Corps. So we're going to go ahead and activate these brigades. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take... I guess we'll go with the 6th... No, not him. We're going to go with Lobu and his 6th Army Corps. Except we're just going to bring the artillery over this way. We're going to form a battery of artillery on this height over here. So we'll concentrate the guns there. And then we're going to start moving this infantry over here. I'm going to need some cavalry support, though. And I think I'm going to move them in double line. I'm not going to move them in column. Sorry. All right, so I'll move him there. You know, it might actually be better. Let's see. This guy's a division commander. Let's just do this. Oh, I can only give him orders in a... That's silly. I can't issue divisional orders in a line. I can just order a attack column. That's weird. All right, Lobu's commanding the corps. Where's his divisional commander here? 19th Division. All right, we'll do this. We'll move them here. Gotta love that drum roll here for the troops moving into attack column. So we're forming up 2 divisions here in this straight area, and we're going to go straight for Mont Saint-Jean and the Coteau Hougoumont. So we'll form those two divisions up. His division's only 2,700 men. They're superb, but there's not a lot of men. 3,900 men here, so we've got about 6,000 men forming up for that attack. I'd like a little bit more infantry. First Cavalry Brigade. We need some cavalry support as well, as I already said. I could bring some of the Imperial Guard up this way, too. Maybe we'll use the Young Guard in the attack. It's another 4,000 men. It'll bring the attack up to... Oh, they're not activated yet, are they? Well, now they are. Alright, so we'll move the Imperial Young Guard forward here. So we'll have about 10,000 men in the attack. I need some horse as well. So we've got some cavalry here that we'll go ahead and activate. I'll move them over here on the flank in attack column. And then I'll want some other cavalry as well. I'm also going to move the Imperial Guard artillery up in support of this attack. So we'll move the... Whoa. How many guns are in the Imperial Guard guns? Actually, I'm going to keep some of them over here to support the left. But I'm also going to bring the Imperial Guard's artillery forward here with Drouot. I think we'll move them over here on this hill. And we'll move them forward with the infantry as they go forward. And then I need a little bit more cavalry. So these guys cavalry? They are. So we're going to go over here, bring these guys into the rear. Fifth Cavalry Division, he's only got... Is it because I haven't activated the other brigade? I think I activated the wrong brigade here. Alright, let's bring these guys over here. That's not the whole... Where's the rest of your damn brigade? There we go. Small division, but... I wish it let me pivot them properly. And then the other division here, the 3rd Cavalry Division, is also going to swing over to the left. And so we're going to send about 10,000 infantry this way, including the Young Guard. We're also going to send about 4,000 cavalry, so about 14,000 men all told, and we are going to have a large battery of artillery moving toward Mont Saint-Jean. Now, it's going to take a few minutes to get set. It is currently 13:04, so it is actually 1 o'clock. We've been fighting for about an hour and a half now since the battle began, and that's the situation. So, meanwhile, Napoleon, you'll oversee this attack in the center. Part of me wonders if we shouldn't bring the middle guard up also and just really crush them here. They're bringing so many troops down to the left. I have to think they're seriously compromising their position. Let's take a look at some stuff here. So we go to order a battle because well, actually, no, this actually works. This menu works. Okay, so I don't have an overall summary here. The main summary screen doesn't really give me information here. But if we scroll, because of the old menu's not working properly. But we can see the entire French army's order of battle here. And if we scroll down, eventually we'll get to the troops that have fought so far. So, for example, General Baron Huber's division, we can see that the 1st Chasseurs inflicted 426 casualties at 323 of their own. 84 casualties taken by the 6th Chasseurs, 260 inflicted. The 5th Lancers, 203 taken, 400 inflicted. The 6th Lancers, the first unit we've run into that's taken more than they've given, 182 versus 110 inflicted. This artillery piece, 141, no casualties taken. So overall, that's a good ratio here for all those cavalry units up there. Everything looks good there. The infantry units are probably going to be a little bit more even, maybe less in our favor. You can see 112 to 172, 171 to 88, 170 to 146. Their artillery support, though, 0 to 68, 69 to 9. Wow, that's an infantry unit here. 69 casualties to 9. I'm wondering which of these have If they're in Bonaparte's division, a lot of them were fighting early on in the forts, so that's why the casualty ratios aren't as good. Meanwhile, Soy's brigade 92 to 218, 51 to 71, 73 to 168, 44 to 115, 58 to 277, 149 to 98, and then the artillery 415 casualties inflicted. I have to say, so far, based off casualties taken versus received, I think we're doing pretty well in chewing up a good deal of Wellington's force. We continue scrolling down. 66 to 148, 0 to 33, 14 to 88, 0 to 6, 150 to 5. Yikes, that's bad. Some of these units here not doing as well. But I definitely think we're inflicting more casualties on the enemy than they have on us so far. Maybe not decisively, but maybe 2 to 3 based on my own rough math. There is a screen where it'll show you all that info, but I can't see it because the menu's all janked. Is that everybody who's actually done anything so far? This artillery piece is routed. This cavalry, 66 to 226. These guys got crushed, the 3rd Cuirassiers, 206 to 61. So they kind of counteracted each other. And that's that. So if we also take a look at one other thing here, if we go to scenario status, is that it? Yeah, I can't really see the numbers here. That's the frustrating thing. So like you can see here for a second, roughly. Anyway, score right now is favoring the Allies, but that's because they hold most of the strategic positions at the moment. Let's also go ahead and save the game. Okay. So if we zoom in here, we can see we're still holding the Hougoumont. I'm surprised they're not making a stronger effort to reclaim it. This British cavalry is apparently in our rear, and they're going to charge these guys, and these guys are screwed. Meanwhile, some infantry's going up to the left. Some cavalry up here as well. Let's go ahead and unpause. Oh, these guys are routed. Never mind. Some of our artillery is starting to take some pretty tough fire here. Seem to be the focus of enemy infantry fire. They're in a sunken road, which I think is one of the reasons they keep not forming square, so they're in very defensible terrain up here. It's a lot of enemy units routing, though. Alright, so we've completely taken the Hougoumont, which is good. Our other troops are moving into position. And as I'm going to be attacking up here with the... Oh, shit. Halt. As I'm going to be... I hit the wrong button. As I'm going to be attacking these 2 positions, I'm also going to be hopefully rolling up their flank up the main road. Let's charge the light dragoons here with our heavy cavalry. Oh, they're taking a lot of enemy volley fire, apparently. Get out of there. You're just taking casualties to take casualties. Where are they going? Oh, they just got routed. I don't even see where the enemy light cavalry went. Oh, there they are. Alright, so a large amount of their infantry here has been shot up pretty good. We are bringing up rallied units here to continue the fight. Why is no one... They're just going to sit there and take fire? Their artillery's not going to shoot at those guys? I mean, I'm perfectly okay with my guns hitting the enemy. But I'd rather my cavalry not take fire just for the sake of it. you guys get in the Hougoumont there. I'll have some reserves back here to help. They keep bringing more troops down. The one thing I'm a little bit struggling with is I haven't done a good job here of dealing the enemy cavalry a heavy blow. So we just routed someone. Firing into the enemy flank with artillery is incredibly effective. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this episode. We've taken the Hougoumont, and we are continuing to press the British. I think we're doing pretty well so far in the battle. It's a bit of a slog to the left of the Hougoumont, where the British keep pouring in more and more troops in. I can't imagine the meat grinder, the scale of something on this narrow a front. But in any event, things are going reasonably well. We are using up a lot of our troops on the left that may prevent our ability to attack as effectively on the right or in the center, but we'll see in future videos. If this is something you guys would like to see more of, I did continue the battle for a couple more hours beyond this, so let me know your thoughts below if this is something you're enjoying. I know it was a lot of fun for me to play, but I don't know, something like this is old. It doesn't look perfect, so leave me your thoughts, and I'll take that into consideration when moving forward. But with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. As always, let me know your thoughts, and until next time, this is the Historical Gamer saying once again, thank you for watching, and until next time, I'm out.